First of all, let me thank you for fitting me in your schedule today. Unfortunately, we're here to report on a very tragic situation. Yesterday evening at 6:35 is when the call came in, emergency dispatch center, reporting that a family had a 4-year-old son that was run over by a car, or actually a truck, in their driveway of their house. The house is located off of Ashley Lane, which is just off of North Dowling Road. It is rural county residence, but it's near the city limits of College Station. Our investigation has had the initial findings that this appears to be a very tragic accident. The father, returning home to the residence, was driving a dual-wheel pickup truck, and as he pulled into the driveway, the child was playing in the yard, ran up to the truck. He rolled down the passenger window, had a conversation with the boy. He proceeded then to drive into the into the driveway a little farther. The child had backed away from the truck, and as he turned into the back of the house where the carport was, apparently the child had gotten close to the vehicle, and it looks like the dual wheel fender knocked him to the ground, and then the rear wheels passed over the child. And the father knew he'd hit something. When he got out to check, he found that his son was lying motionless on the ground. Picked him up quickly. The mother came out, and they both jumped in the truck and transported the child to the College Station Medical Center. The child was pronounced dead upon arrival at the medical center. Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, Mike McClary, has ordered an autopsy. We attended that autopsy today, and at this point in time, the preliminary findings do support the tragic accident. Our investigation continues at this point. We have obviously to rule out all potential things. We've taken blood samples from the driver, and we'll wait for those to return, and we'll wait for the final autopsy results. But our investigation continues in that regard.
When something like this happens, is CPS called? I mean, obviously it appears to be a tragic accident, but is that something that they get involved just to kind of do their own investigation to corroborate, what your guys' investigation is?
We have reached out to Child Protective Services, and whether they open a case or not remains to be seen.
Are there other children in the home that you can speak of? Or?
There is another child, another male child, older, 9-year-old, I believe he is, that lives in the home.
And he remains in their custody. That'd be up to CPS.
Yes.
Okay.
So what do you contact CPS for in something like this?
Anytime that there's a child death or injury, it's just a matter of a course of for us to report that to them.
Just a matter of procedure. You said they were taking blood tests on the driver. Was there any indication that he would have been drinking or anything like that?
At this point in time, we have no indication that alcohol was involved at all. But as a matter of the course of the investigation, we have taken a sample, and it's being submitted to the Department of Public Safety for analysis.
Obviously, tragic accident. Has there been an incident like this before in Brazos County where a child's, we hear about children getting hit, but has something like this happened where, family members run over their child? Or
Unfortunately, this does occur, and the most recent one to this one, I think, occurred in Grimes County that I'm aware of. So, it's just a tragic situation.
What do you maybe say to parents? I hate making trying to make a lesson out of someone's misfortune and someone's loss, but maybe what would you say to parents you know, if they know when they're coming home, their children are going to be outside. I mean, it's such a freak thing, but
Well, as you can imagine, this family's devastated, and it is a tragic situation, and you know, at the same time, probably preventable. If you know, you just have to be cognizant at all times about you know, where a child is, and you know, what I don't know what to say after that. But you know, it is just an unfortunate circumstance. I think the child, you know, our investigation still continues that, but we truly believe that the child was running back to the vehicle and just got caught by that rear fender and pulled into the truck.
Sheriff, will the child be identified?
We will not be releasing the names of the child or the family.
and you said the child was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can say or add to that?
You know, there's a lot of trauma involved in something like this. The first responders and those dispatchers that took the call, and then of course those in the hospital that ended up having to treat the child. There's a lot of trauma involved, and it goes without saying that we're concerned about those folks. College Station Police Department has helped us arrange a way to counsel with those that were involved, so that we make sure that you know, they don't have any lingering issues with having to deal with such a tragic event.
Does that involve the family to counseling would be extended, or is that something that they need to seek on their?
That, you know, the family, I'm sure, have already reached out to help in their grief process, and this is something that you know, we want to do for our staff and those that first responders, and thank College Station Police Department for helping to arrange all that.
And you said there was an autopsy performed this morning. I mean, will you go into detail about what kind of injuries, or was it just, I mean, just a lot of internal injuries, or was it head, or, I mean, can you speak to that at all?
You know, I don't have the final autopsy report, so it would really be difficult for me to say, but I think the preliminary was that head injury was the result of the cause of death.
And you said he was only run over by the back tire, so the back tires, right? It wasn't, okay.
So, you seem just a little shaken up. How long have you been sheriff? How long have you been doing this, and what does something like this do to you personally?
You know, I've been in law enforcement for 33 years, and I've been sheriff now for 17, and anytime that you work the death of a child or a serious injury of a child, you can't help but personalize it and think about your own children and your own grandchildren. It's tough.